All right, we are back in the GAWDs today. My videos have kind of been coming out of order. The first impressions for my GAWDs and my Omni V2s came out immediately after I filmed them, but everything else has been in order. So the last session I did on my GAWDs, I got a blister right around here and it hurt like hell. So I haven't used my GAWDs at all since using the Omnis, and I'm probably still gonna stick with the Omnis on my main. But I need to get a groove, so I went to an angle iron ledge. I know it's not a rough cement ledge, but this should get us a nice little groove. And I just love the way these look. These are my favorite looking skates I've ever owned. I know they look exactly like Jordans, but that's what I love about them. With that being said, it's enough talking. Let's get after it. Well, my feet really hurt. I know these GAWDs are supposed to take a long time to break in, and I am wearing easy ankle booties, so kind of increases the width of my ankle. So my feet are starting to hurt quite a bit. Just feels like the pain that I normally get from all my other skates, to be honest. So it's not too unbearable, but after this session, I'm definitely going back to the Omnis. I might need to wait for the summer to break these GAWDs in, some really warm temperatures. All right, after doing a bunch of more tricks, it's starting to hurt less. They're breaking in a little bit, I can feel it. It's just regular foot aching from having a really tight fit, which I like. These have a nice blend of flexibility and stiffness. The boot and the integrated liner is very, very stiff feeling, but the skin on top of it, like all the shoe part, has a lot of give to it, so you can get some good movement, and the sole plate is amazing. I've heard people say they don't love this sole plate, but I didn't even wax this at all. Usually this angle iron needs a little bit of wax, but it was totally fine. Now we're gonna do some royales. I'm not committing to putting my boot down. There we go. Three in a row right now. Three more taps. I'm dead tired. 3 more and that's it, I promise. Man, I'm struggling to royale these things. I need more practice on my royales. Does not feel good. I should be way more automatic than that. I think I got a little bit too comfortable with a super easy royale angle from my blanks. Everything else works fine, but the royale always takes a little bit getting used to. Oh, I'm breathing heavy. I'm gonna go back to skating before I burn out. More. 3 more, that's it. That's how tired I am. I'm so tired. I'm gonna get a barb and go. Well, I have good news and bad news. The bad news is my feet are completely asleep, totally numb. The pain went away as soon as they fell asleep, and they're starting to hurt a little bit again now that I've stopped skating. That is not a good feeling at all. So hopefully the more I use these, the more they'll break in and the better they feel. From everything that I've read, it's all about breaking these things in. I didn't have any ankle pain, no ankle blisters, no rubbing, none of those issues because I wore the easy ankle booties. But I do think that might have contributed to my feet falling asleep because my feet are already so wide, so that adds extra thickness. So I might have to heat mold these bad boys or just wait till the summer to skate them more because my Omnis feel perfect. My last session, my feet were not asleep at all at the end of it, which is a miracle. So that's the good news. I have my Omnis and those fit amazingly. Although, I think I'm going to make a sole plate modification. As I talked about before, the sole plate is really, really thick and the bottom of the boot is pretty thick. So that makes for a tall ride height. All the mounting for the sole plate and the frame is in the bottom of the boot. So I thought of maybe cutting out the frame channel of this Omni sole plate and turning it into a blank or an SL style sole plate where the frame attaches to the boot and then the sole plate is around it. That'll bring the ride height down like 8.5 millimeters, which is how thick the sole plate is. It's very, very thick. Something I do with all my skates is I put one on each foot just to like compare how they feel. And man, the only skate that felt taller than my Omni V2 was my Fifth Element, and those were like about the same height. With the Faction sole plates, it brings down the height a little bit, but it doesn't really look as nice. And I really like the Omni soles. They slide great. There's no issue with them at all besides just being really thick. So if I cut out the sole channel, or the frame channel, I mean, should be good to go. With that being said, I need to get these things off my feet because they hurt. And man, I am already destroying them. Look at my toes. Oof. Performance-wise, they skate great. Took me a second to adjust to top sides because I'm using a much longer frame than I'm used to. And the Create Originals are very, very low frame, so it makes it a little bit harder to lock in. But after like 20 attempts, we figured it out. But I'm gonna get these things off. Enjoy the recap. Peace. Ugh.